I'm gonna show you how I wholesale on-market properties. How do you find the good deals and what do you offer? That's the main thing. How much should you offer for a property like this? Okay, we're on MLS. I'm just gonna choose random properties here in Dallas, Texas. Okay, this property, it's been on the market for 47 days. It was originally listed at 270,000. Now it's 250,000 and it looks like this. So should you buy it at 250,000? Should you buy it at 230,000? What about 210? Is 210 a good deal? What is a good deal? Oh my god, what happened to their floors? Anyways, in this video, I'm going to show you what properties to look for, how to guesstimate rehab really quickly, and then what cash offer you should write on these properties. Start with a cash offer, and if a cash offer doesn't work, then go creative. Then try to do subject to or seller finance. But in this video, I'm going to tell you how you should write your cash offer, how much you should pay. And then if you get a deal like this under contract, you can either keep it, or you could wholesale the deal and make thousands and thousands of dollars. What do I mean wholesale? Well, it's really simple. If you get this property under contract, you can assign the rights to that contract to somebody else, and that other person will pay you thousands and thousands of dollars for finding a good deal. If you want to learn more about wholesaling, join my free community, the Wholesalers. I'm putting the link in the comments down below. I'll pin it. Anyways, back to the property with no floors. The first thing we're looking for is properties that need a little bit of work or a lot of work. We do not want turnkey properties. Yeah, turnkey means already flipped, because we're trying to find deals for investors to flip, to rehab. So for example, this random property I just found, right? This is not one we want to call the realtor on, because you can tell, look, they painted the outside, look at the inside. It's already been flipped. It's already been flipped. We don't want to call this type of property. The properties we want to call, they need a little bit of work or a lot of work. Okay, so that's the first thing. And now the next thing is, what type of properties? Well, if you go into my Discord, you can see our buy box. This is what we wholesale the most, or what we buy. Yeah, I'm a partner at a fund and we actually buy our own properties too. And you can see our buy box. We're only buying here in Dallas, but it's going to be pretty similar where you are too. Most flips fit the same criteria. And the most important criteria being the location. You want to be flipping where people are buying. You don't want to be flipping in the boonies out in the middle of the country. You want to be flipping in the city. And if you want to know exact square footage, bedroom, bathroom, year, and all that stuff, just check out my Discord. Okay, so now we know that we want to be flipping in the city, and we also have an idea that we're looking for properties that need rehab. Easy. Well, the next thing is, how much is the rehab cost on this property? Well, you do this enough, you just sort of get a good gut feeling, but you can use some estimates. This property is 1,700 square feet. The entire kitchen needs to be redone. It needs flooring pretty much throughout the house, needs new paint everywhere. New bathroom vanities. I think there's good bones. There may be some foundation issues. We have to see if the roof needs to be redone. I would probably just quickly guesstimate like $50,000 in rehab. That's if you wanted to make the place really nice. I think maybe you could squeeze it out for closer to 40. How did I get those numbers? Well, again, check the Discord. If you go to the comp section and you see the pinned message, you can see how I sort of estimate rehab. Now, this may be different in your city. If you're in California or Hawaii or New York, it's going to be more expensive. But in general, if it's just basic cosmetic upgrades, I'm thinking $50 to $20 per square foot. I'm talking flooring and paint. You want to do that HGTV special, you're starting to touch bathrooms and kitchens, then you're probably looking closer to at least $20 to $30 a square foot. Probably closer to that $30 a square foot mark. And if you're starting to have to do foundation and roofing and the HVAC and do like major capital expenditures, you're going to be getting closer to $40 a square foot. This is a rough estimate, just a rough estimate, everyone, but those are some good numbers to use. But again, the more you do this, the more you just sort of know. That's why I highly recommend choosing one market and sticking with that market. And if you don't have a good market to choose Dallas, because we're here, I'm here, and I'll help you. And I'll also dispo your deals. I'll get them sold for you. So now let's just say that rehab is $40,000. Well, this property's in Garland, and I know Garland. I know I can pay about 75% of ARV. What? Wait, 75% of AR what? Have you ever heard of the 70% rule? That sort of changes depending on your location. Garland's closer to a 75%. But what it's saying is that you can pay a percentage of the after repair value. What you want to do is figure out what this home is going to be worth after you fixed it up. Then you take a percentage of that and then you subtract rehab costs. It's a bit weird, but that's how you go about with this cash game. And that's how we go about figuring out how much we can offer for a property. So let me show you a quick example. So what we would do on this property is we would need to figure out what the after repair value is, offer 75% of that, and then subtract $40,000 for repairs. Again, this is the power of knowing your market. If you choose a market and you know it, you can know what percentage of ARV you can offer. It's usually going to be somewhere between 70 to 80%. If you're not sure, probably just do 70%. You're usually safe. But just know your offer may not get accepted because it may be too low. So anyways, what's the after repair value of this property? And this is when you start to comp. Figure out what a property's worth, and I'll show you how to do it right now. So we're going to take this address, 4106 Longleaf, and you would plug it into something like PropWire, for example, is a free place that you can comp. I'm going to be using MLS, which is the realtor software, because I have access to that. It's a little bit better than this, but hey, this is free. So if you're not a realtor, just use PropWire, or you can even use Zillow. If you have PropStream, if you have Privy, use those. Those are a lot better. If none of that made any sense, ask me in the comments down below. I'll help you out. Anyways, we got to find the property. So here's the property and we get where it's located, okay? And the next thing I want to do is grab the radius and draw a radius, usually half a mile to like 1.5 miles from the property. If you're out in the country, maybe you'll have to do 3 miles, but in Garland, you can probably do half a mile to a mile. So we'll do a 1 mile radius. If you don't have a radius drawing tool, just look for properties around the subject property. And now you want to look for other properties that are similar. So I'm going to look for properties that are active contingent, meaning that they're on the market and they have a pending offer. Someone wants to buy them. Then I know that people are buying at that price. I also want to look for properties that are closed. That means they sold. And I'm usually looking for properties that sold within the last 90 days. And look, we have some options. These are some comps. And now our property is 1,700 square feet. The square footage is the most important. It was built around 1964 and it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay, let's remember those numbers. So now our goal is to see if any of these properties are a good comp. And we want to look for turnkey properties now, properties that have been flipped, because we're trying to see what the maximum value of this property is if we flip it. So we want to look for similar properties that have already been flipped, and that will tell us the ARV or the after repair value. Try to find 1, 2, 3, preferably 3 good comps. Okay, so this property is a 3-2, and it's really pretty, but there's an issue with this one, guys. It's not that the age is literally right similar to our property. You usually want to be a 10-year difference, so either 10 years older or 10 years newer, but it's smaller. This one's 1,250 square feet, and our property is 1,700 square feet. This one's sold for 290, so our property should be worth a lot more, right? It's 500 square feet bigger. So that gives us an idea. Maybe our property is 320. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, here's another property. This one's 1,960 square feet, so almost 2,000 square feet. It's a little bit bigger than ours, and it's a 3-2. At the end of the day, the bathrooms are more important than the bedrooms. So this is a pretty good comp. It's a little bit bigger than our property. Let's look and see what it looks like. Okay, nice house. Nice house. Is it fully rehabbed? Yeah, that's full rehab. Someone went in there and completely redid that house. That's a beautiful house. Nice. Another thing you want to look at is, does it have garages? A lot of times they'll convert the garage, or it doesn't have a garage. Make sure that the garages are the same on the houses, and make sure there's no pool, and make sure things are similar. So this property has a 2-car garage. What about our property? It has a 2-car garage. Okay, great. So that's a pretty good comp. And this property sold for $337,000. So I wasn't too far off when I said 330. So maybe our property is closer to 320. That's not bad. We're starting to get somewhere. One more thing, make sure that the type of house is the same, like what it's made from. This house that we're looking at is made from brick. Well, this house that I just found is also made from brick. And it's a very similar square footage. It's a similar age, and it's the same bedroom and bath. But there's no garage. No garage. And this one sold. Check this out. Look how nice that house is. Woo, beautiful house. What a beaut. What a beauty. It sold for $308,000. So this one is just like ours, but it has no garage. So I'm really thinking we're somewhere around 320. I think 320 would be a safe bet. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. Make sure that the lot is a similar size too, because if one's on an acre and one's on a quarter of an acre, the one on an acre is going to be worth more money, right? Now, all these properties are on a very similar lots, but you should be checking out for that too. So anyways, we have our number that the ARV, the after repair value, is $320,000. So what do we do now? We do $320,000, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, that's 3.2 million. $320,000. And remember, I said times 0.75 or 75%. You should maybe do 70% if you're not sure in your area. I'm just confident that if I got this deal at 0.75, my team could move it. We are moving deals in Dallas. We're moving some closer to 80%, 82%. I mean, we are perfecting disposition at our company, but our problem is we need more deals. So if you have any deals in Dallas, Fort Worth, send it to me. If you need help getting deals, I'm here for you. So that's $240,000. So is that what we should offer? They're asking $249,000. And so should we offer $240,000? Great deal, right, Max? Well, no, because we had to subtract $40,000 for rehab, right? So if I was going to make him a cash offer, I'd be at $200,000. They're asking $250,000. 50,000. We're way off. But hey, maybe they take my offer. So what I would do on a property like this is call the realtor. And would I just write an offer? No, I'll tell you what I would do. I would do it live right now, but it's 9:30 at night, and I don't think they want me to call them. But what I would do is call the realtor, be like, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I have a real estate fund. I'm a realtor, whatever you guys want to say. I wouldn't say, hey, I'm a wholesaler, but hey, you do whatever you want. I would just say, hey, I'm an interested buyer. I want to submit an all cash offer, but just looking at the pictures, I think this property needs a lot of rehab. Start asking them about the property. Hey, who's been interested? Have you gotten any offers? Why has it been on the market so long? Why do you think it's difficult to sell? Can you tell me about the foundation? Can you tell me about the roof, the HVAC system, all that stuff? Start asking questions, get a conversation going, and then just ask, hey, I want to submit an offer, but I am not near your list price. I want to submit an all cash offer, but I'm not that close. Would your seller entertain a cash offer even if it was not near the list price? If the realtor is like, I don't know if he would, or no, we're not interested, well then, hey, probably not the right deal. You can submit the offer anyways, but if the realtor gives you more of a response of, yeah, we're taking all offers, just submit your best. Hey, yeah, the seller's really, really motivated to sell. He went through some hard times. Or, hey, pre-foreclosure. Hey, the tenants trashed the house. Submit that offer. Now, how do you submit an offer? I'll make more videos on that, and just reach out to me in the Discord. I'll teach you all that. You don't have to go a giant full contract. You can just write an LOI. It's just a nice, pretty letter. Or you can just send them an email. Be like, hey, I'm interested at this. Text them. You can even text them. I mean, that's an offer. You can text them. You do whatever you think is best. But if you come out with that full contract, I mean, that's a huge flex. That's like, yo, I am serious about this deal. It just takes a lot of time. So time is everything. I'll only write up a full contract if I know we're close and that the sellers are very motivated and that I think they're going to take my offer. So that's what you would do on a property like this. Now, would I do all this comping before I called the realtor? No. What I do is I just sit on the phone and I call different realtors, and I talk to them. I say, hey, you know what? I think the price is a little bit high. This property needs a lot of work. Is your seller motivated if I submit an all cash offer? Would you guys entertain coming down on the purchase price? And if I can feel motivation, feel a little bit of desperation, hey, at the end of the day, we're looking for desperation, then I will do all this math that we just did. It takes me what did that take? 10 minutes? And then I'll write up an offer. That's it. Now, if the deal's accepted, what do? Well, we're going to probably wholesale it, or we may buy it for our own fund. Our fund is buying like crazy. We're trying to buy, 4 or 5 properties a month. And if you get this deal, you can keep it. You can be a real estate investor, but it's a lot of money. So then you would maybe want to wholesale it. You may want to just have somebody else buy your deal off of you. And you could partner with someone who does disposition. You would be doing acquisition, acquiring deals. You would need someone to dispose of that deal. You could partner with someone like me if you're in Dallas, or looking for deals in Dallas, or hunting deals in Dallas, or you can partner with many other people who are around the country who could help you. At the end of the day, if you find good deals, people are gonna help you. So that's it. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it gave you an understanding of how to wholesale cash deals on market. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe, share this video with a friend, and join the Discord. Guys, we're the sickest community of wholesalers. I mean, look at this chat. This chat pops off. You should absolutely join. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.